Hello and welcome back to Subnautica. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And I've got some stuff prepared, which means it is time to take Willie out. Is that okay to say in the first minute?
Welcome.
I hope so.
Captain, all systems online.
There's the ladder. It gets real dark in here. So, since we are going out on our very first mission, I figure it's probably a good idea to have a decoy loaded. I didn't know that the recipe makes 3 at a time. I'm happy about that. So let's, I'm not going to need those while I'm driving, right? Here we go.
Engine powering up.
Hell yeah. Let's get moving. Now, I'm gonna have to make my way to my sea moth beacon. That's the thing that I need to remember. I'm so used to going toward beacons, not toward my sea moth, because I'm supposed to have that with me. And this is going to be tedious, because this vessel is slow. And I also need to get around the shallows. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to get this thing through the shallows. Through the kelp forest, maybe. And this is already looking iffy. But I think I'll be alright. I would still like to be able to see where I'm going, though, please. So I could also... Yeah, this is my favorite camera. Because this lets me see what things are looking like underneath. Which is my biggest problem, especially when I'm up on the surface. That is not a useful camera. That... Where are we? Oh, way out at the engine. Alright. Yeah, those are good cameras. And so far I'm not making very good progress toward that sea moth. I should be focusing on that a little more. It is kind of nice to put your head above the water every now and then, though. I don't have the sonar upgrade. Nice and smooth so far. I actually have never really thought about just how slow the Cyclops is. It might be faster than swimming. But I'm also not sure I care, even if it isn't. Which life pod is that? That's 17. I already looked in that one. We don't need to do that again. Because even if it's slower than swimming, it is absolutely safer than swimming. Especially some of the places we're going to be taking this thing. And it can carry way more than you can in your pockets. So it's a worthwhile trade-off. But I think it probably is slightly faster than swimming. It might not be faster than swimming with the upgraded fins. And I feel pretty good about it being slower than the... where'd it go? I've lost sight of my sea moth. Oh, it's behind my compass. Good job, idiot. What was I saying? Definitely slower than Sea Glide. I think that's where I left off. screwed. Alright, so the good news is I think we're pretty much clear of the shallows stuff that I need to be worried about. Although I'm definitely playing it fast and loose here with the clearance. That's going to be too tight. Alright, and now it's time further down. Oh, hey. Well, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it might be. Am I hung up on that? I might be. Okay. Might as well maneuver a little bit here. The good news about bringing the Cyclops places like this is that those asshole warpers can't screw with me.
Engine powering down.
Alright. I might as well turn the lights on since I'm actually occupying the vessel for the moment. Where am I going? Can I just, I cannot. Well, that's amusing. Okay, music, why are you getting all stressful, huh? Alright, Seamoth, we can resume our relationship for the moment. Then you're gonna get docked up.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You know, maybe I'll keep the gray after all. Maybe I'll just darken it a little bit. And it'll make it less jarring. Alright, and I did not explore this, I think. So this is not a simple pick up and bail out mission. There's a PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Corporate profile on the Torgal Corporation. Torgal being the company that sent the Degassi out. Oh, really? Well, that's a letdown. So it'll probably just be Altera talking smack on the competition. Well, this feels familiar, but I haven't cut that door. But this one, yeah, not accessible. So, laser. Oh yeah, have a look at the power cell charger. That shit's expensive. So I need 9 rubies, of which I only have 3. And then I need 3 computer chips and 3 wiring kits. So that's gonna take some work on my part. I got 2 minutes of air left. I don't think there's anything. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't think there's anything over there for me. And I hear warpers doing their bullshit out there. So that's great. Wonder if anybody has made 3D printer schematics for any of these. I wouldn't mind printing up a set of Subnautica tools. Alright, that's very familiar. Are you sure that you didn't explore this before? It wouldn't be a copy pasta of a different one, would it? No, couldn't be. Alright. I'm going to flag it. And in we go to the mothership. We're just gonna dock with Willie. The jokes practically write themselves.
Captain, all systems online.
Sea moth retrieved. Now, what's next on the mission list? I guess I could cruise around some and look for that sea base. But I don't think that's a super good idea right now.
Engine powering up.
Instead, I think it's time to head back to base and deposit my precious cargo and consider... Oh. Alright, you talked me into it. I'll go check out this other wreck, which is just overrun with warpers. And then it'll be time to go back and probably at that point lick my wounds, as well as getting some power cell chargers built up. And then I think it'll be time to start thinking about where the next base is going to be. So I definitely want to build a base in the Lost River. And I think the Tree of Life, which we haven't seen yet, is a sweet place for it. It's also a safe place for it, because the only thing that can hurt me there is deep shrooms, I think. I think even the brine there is safe for some reason. And it's also, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful places in the game. It's a nice midpoint on the way to the excitement that's further down, so that's a plus. And pretty much every resource you could want is available pretty nearby also. How do I fiddle with the lights? Not that there's much to see at this point. Should be able to see the target soon. Alright. So, now the light is on. Oh, I have 2 light levels. Now, don't just go cruising into the seafloor. This thing is expensive. Right, and there is the wreck. Alright, so let me grab that beacon so that I can deposit it someplace a little more sensible when the time comes. Also, I should double check my thinking on the lights, because it sure would be nice if I could leave the lights on in the Cyclops and not run the batteries dead. Alright, here we go. Get the tail clear of that. And down we go. There's the warpers coming in to make sure I have a bad time. You know, this would also be kind of a cool spot for a base. I could go on thermal power, because there's those vents there. I guess the annoying thing would be the warpers. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I like that the lights have 2 levels. I think this is probably a decent spot to park. Am I going to have clearance for the sea moth? That ought to work. Alright. Oh. Shut down them engines.
Powering down.
Good. Just going to go ahead and leave the lights on for now. Even if they do suck up power, they don't suck up that much of it. And speaking of sucking things up, there we go.
All systems online.
Is it just me, or are the Seamoth lights brighter than the camera lights on the Cyclops, even on bright? Alright, so we got plenty of stuff on the outside that I don't think I need. Got warper activity all around me. That's my way in. Wait. That's right, I've already been in here. I hadn't decided I was done, but I guess the doors reset? Yeah, only the handle doors. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense that if you open the handle door, it can be closed, whereas if you laser a big hole in the door, it cannot. I might have only brought one medkit, which was an oversight. But medkits take a long time to generate. And I was impatient. They're certainly out there, but they don't seem to have my number yet. Hey, calm down. What do we got? Wow, it's a lot of food. No. Get back in here. And what is behind door number 4? 4. Man, those warpers are going nuts out there. Is that just what door bits do now? Okay. And what do we... Alright. Well, I guess that's that. I guess it's a good thing I bailed out. There was a fair bit left to do. And if they had kept messing with me like that, I would surely have died. So... let me... Good. And now we can move along. What remarkable timing. There are now 3 of them. And they are after me. Alright, that is incredibly obnoxious, guys. I don't know if that actually discouraged any of them, but I'd like to believe it helped. They are so obnoxious. There really ought to be like a cooldown on getting zapped. You know what I mean? Okay, I explored the wrecks. I marked the wrecks. I'm going home.
Engine powering up.
Chunk, 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 chunk. And up we go. Should be clear up above. And that ought to do for now. Probably going to need to get some more altitude at some point. Yeah, so this is the point at which it gets serious. I can now start doing extended resource gathering missions with the kitted out prawn suit. And I am going to load the lower deck up with lockers so that I can gather up many, many goodies at a time. And then I'm going to start carrying around a spare set of power cells so that I can really get into it. Meanwhile, I can only get down to 500 in this guy. Oh, but all I need to build the upgrade is 1 lithium, which I have not bothered to grab. So then it'll be time to take this bad boy down into the Lost River, where scary things will happen. And then out of the Lost River, where more scary things will happen. And I see there are rubies out there, so it's time to be distracted. Quartz, too. Where the rubies went. There they are. I swear those guys really are following me around. Any more? Just one little ruby out on its own? Don't need that. Alright, I guess that was it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
I'm honestly not sure why this ship needs a 3-man crew. Like, there's only one control station, and I can do everything from here. Activate sonar. Do I have sonar? Oh. I'll be damned. I believe the sonar does suck up the juice, so I'm not going to keep pinging. Well, that's cool. Oh, that's right. That's one of the upgrades that I picked up probably in the Aurora, right? On the other hand, why not keep running it? I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that there aren't really very many places where it's just pitch black and something like sonar becomes essential or nearly essential. Because even if it was pitch black, you could still use the lights on the cameras. But it's cool that it's an option anyway. Yeah, I think the sonar is slurping up the juice. Which honestly is a little silly. Maybe it's just because there's a bunch of computation involved in getting such a detailed picture. Alright, so this is going to become a problem. You just need to pay a little bit more attention. I hope. Yeah, I think this is going to be navigable. What is bumping into me? I mean, it's not hurting me, so I guess it's okay, but that's a lot of bumping in to me. Yeah, get bumped. Wow, and he's just dead. Okay. Well, you know, maybe I was overly concerned about traversing the safe shallows. That turned out to be easier than I expected. And here we are back at home. Very nice. I kind of like this as a parking spot, too. What is the collision warning? I have a wreckage stuck on me? Alright.
Engine powering down.
Well, there we go. Successful mission.
All systems online.
What happened to the wreckage? I wanted it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Do I have stuff in my pockets? I have a little bit of stuff in my pockets. I should have left the decoys behind. That's okay. Put away that stuff. And the rest of it I'm just going to hang on to for now. You know what? We got a couple of minutes left. Let me see if I can grab a lithium. I don't know what else I'm going to do with my time, really. We will leave Willie here, because we don't need him for this part. And it looks like I was overly optimistic about setting the perimeter defense system to slot 1 so that I wouldn't have to cycle to it. I always have to cycle to it, no matter what position it's in. Which is disappointing. But one is easier to get to than the others, I guess. It's more natural. Because it's 1. And now we're back in familiar lithium territory. It ought to be anywhere around here. Stuck to the walls. It could be in there. It's probably not. Yep, that was lead. But it could have been lithium. Oh, and there's some more. I didn't spot those a second ago. Silver, gonna need some of that too, although I do have a bunch. Not, doing great here. Over to this wall, perhaps? There's another potential. Come on. We got a desire situation here. Can I speak? I cannot speak. Desire sensor situation. There we go. That's a copper deposit. That's good to keep in mind. I can actually do something about that now. More possibility. Hello, Reaper. More silver.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Have I been looking in the wrong blocks? Maybe I was looking in the wrong ones? Well, it hardly matters, because we are once again out of time. Come back and see me again tomorrow, and I will have resolved my lithium situation, and possibly some of my other supply shortages, so that I can build some more cool stuff. There's a lithium. And go see some new things. Talk to you soon.